Hi friends, Jeff here with RE Optimizer. I have a really special treat today. I'll let her introduce herself and tell us a little bit about her background and then her particular van that she's designed and show you guys a little bit about this. So first, Abby, welcome to the channel. Tell people a little bit about you, where you come from, and what we're going to be looking at.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Abbe Miner. I'm a van designer, builder, adventurer, author, content creator. And right now I'm here at Barrett-Jackson showing off this Luna model. So this van behind us here is the first model that is a replica of a van I built previously, which some of you may have seen before. It was a big yellow Sprinter van that I hand built over the course of 9 months, and it kind of blew up on the internet.
Yes,
So then I formed a partnership with this company called Rogue Vans to fulfill demand that I had for the Sprinter that I couldn't fulfill myself. And we worked together over the course of about 4 months to develop it into a professionally built model available for clients. Here is model number 1. It belongs to our client Carla, and she generously let us bring it to Barrett-Jackson to show off.
It's a very unique design, not one you see mimicked in many other vehicles.
So this is the exact same layout as my yellow van. However, we did a couple refinements to the build to make it more optimized. Inspiration for the build was I wanted to create art. So in the RV space, the interior design industry hasn't become too involved, and there's a huge lack of feminine touch and really intentional design. So I wanted to bring a beautiful color palette, textures, curves, and just a sense of cohesion that I haven't seen before. So as a lone female in the van space, I think I was able to accomplish something that is definitely unique and resonates with a larger audience.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, it's a beautiful layout. Is there one or two particular things you'd like people to know about it? I mean, I think every aspect's a little different, from closing off the cab door, which you don't see a lot of these. They try to keep the space and swivel the seats around, but you're trying to separate that space.
Yeah, totally. I would say this partition wall is crucial because it keeps the heat in the front, it offers privacy, and it even reduces the noise in the back when you're up front driving. There are a couple of hidden features in this van. For one, the seating area that I'm standing in right now actually converts into a second bed that is a twin size. So we have a queen in the back and a twin up front. This table also swivels around, so you can have a romantic evening or just an office space for working. And another one of my favorite aspects of this build is a use of materials that I hadn't seen previously used. So this textured material that you'll see on some of the walls, the ceiling, and the benches is called Tatalect, and it's a fully waterproof Moroccan plaster. So my main goal was to just use a lot of unique materials and really push the limits with the design. So this oven right here is actually an oven air fryer, and it has 5 different functions. So you can just pop whatever you want to heat up or cook in there, and it'll do it pretty well. Also right here, going up to the bed, is a staircase. And this was actually a feature that I designed most of the van's layout around, because I love the fixed bed in the back, but one issue I've always had is getting in and out of it. So this mitigates that issue and makes it comfortable to use. So in the back, we are looking at the garage area. So as you can see, it's a huge storage space, and it's also the housing for most of our systems. So over here we have our EcoFlow 10 kilowatt battery power bank. And on this side we have AquaHot, which is a hydronic heating system that heats both air and water. You can fit a lot down here, anything outdoors, and it's fully waterproof. Just throw your junk in there, shut the doors, and forget about it.
That's awesome. So 2 last questions for you. So one, how did you get started in the whole van build conversion thing in the first place?
So I actually grew up in a campground, so I've always been one to get my hands dirty. I wrote a lot about my upbringing in my book right here. So I read about growing up in the campground, how I got into building, and how I got into van building and van life. But I built my first van because I wanted to get out of my small town in Connecticut. And I had the confidence to take on a big project because of my experience in the campground. So I bought my first van, It was really crappy compared to this, but over the course of the last 4 or 5 years, I've really refined my skills and pushed limits, van and van again. I've also flipped one van a year and made enough money to sustain myself. I've never had to work a job, and I've ended up in an industry that just really makes my heart go wild.
That's awesome. That's great. That's a great story to hear. So my last question for you, if people wanted to say, man, I want a van that Abbe has designed, how do they do that?
Right, so this van right here, if you are interested in it, is a limited edition model available through Rogue Van Company. So if you are interested in this particular model, it is fully financeable, warranted, serviceable. So if you want it, oh, and it's customizable. So if you want it, just reach out to us at roguevan.com. Information in the description below. And if you had another design in mind and you wanted to work with me, I am also a designer at the company, so I can work with you on something custom.
Abbe, thank you so much for taking a few minutes out of your busy schedule to show us and talk to us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
And for everybody, man, I hope you learned a little bit here. I hope it was helpful, and I hope all your future RV trips are optimized. Thanks, and subscribe.